In today's video, I'm going to be sharing the best of the best things that I've tried recently. These are all products that I would rate 5 stars if I were rating them online. And I love doing these videos because it really helps the best products to stand out. I try so many things over the course of a month, and it's nice to just whittle them down to the things that I feel like are worth buying. So some of these you've heard about already and seen in review videos. Other things I haven't mentioned yet here on my channel, so there's going to be a couple of surprises. As always, this video is completely unsponsored, so if that sounds good to you, let's go ahead and jump right in and get started. All right, guys, so let's start out with makeup first. So on Black Friday, I did a little bit of a haul at Vzy Arts. So they were having up to 60% off site-wide, and I ended up grabbing a couple of palettes that I've had my eye on. So the first one is actually their brand new palette. It's called Violet Vespertine, and then I also got their original Violet palette. So these are supposed to be sister palettes, and the original Violet is a little bit brighter and bolder, which you'll see in a second. This one is just a little bit more subtle, but both of them are very cool toned. They have gorgeous lavender and purple shades. And then I also got one of their little mini quads, and this one, I'm sorry, I'm so bad with French, but this is the Lilas Dew. So I figured we could take a quick look at each one. I'll show you some swatches and just comment on what I think of them so far. So first, let's take a look at the original Violet palette. This is the one that I'm wearing in the video today, and I love this so much. I think if you like purple, it's a little something different and unexpected. You not only have some traditional purples, but you have these kind of magenta or berry tone purples that are just stunning. The shimmer shade is a duochrome, and then you also have some neutrals to play with as well. So it's not a completely colorful palette, and I really like that because I don't wear tons of color all that often, but I like the option to be able to take my look a little bit more colorful or to just keep it neutral if I want to. So I think this palette is gorgeous. The formula, of course, is amazing. I really enjoy Vzy Arts formula. I think that their mattes are super blendable and really seamless on the eyes. The shimmer shades have a nice creamy feel. They're easy to pick up. None of these shades are toppers, so they all give you that full pigment. And like I said, I just found this to be very easy to work with. And one of the things I love about Vzy Arts formula too is that the shadows are a little bit more buildable, especially when it comes to the mattes. So something that looks really dark in the pan, you can sheer it out easily. You're not going to go overboard, or you can just add a little bit more and build it up to whatever your heart's content is. So I really love the versatility of these, and I just think that they are so user-friendly. So that's the Violet palette. Then let's check out the new one, Violet Vespertine. So this one, like I said, it's a sister palette, and this one is a lot more subtle. So if you don't see yourself wearing any of those brighter purples, this one has a little bit of purple. It's got those rosy tones, but it also has neutrals, and I thought that this one also was just so beautiful. It's like my ultimate everyday eyeshadow palette. I love how it has the lighter to mid-tone mattes in the top row, then it continues on the bottom row, mid-tones into the deeper shades, and then you have those 4 shimmers all across the center. The layout makes it very easy to see everything and to know like what you're dealing with and working with. So I really like this one a lot. I've been wearing this one probably more than the Violet one because I do tend to reach for those neutrals a little bit more often, but they're both so pretty. Then we have the little quad, and I love this one too. I think it's just such an easy to use palette. You have that lighter shade in the top left corner, that beautiful rosy tone, and then you have a deeper one to kind of build up the outer corner on the bottom right, and then you have the two shimmer shades. You have that beautiful gray that almost has a greenish undertone, and I think it looks absolutely stunning paired with those mauvey rosy shades. And then you also have this beautiful gold that's not too yellow or too bright. It's a little bit more of a subtle gold, and I'm here for it. I just think this is such a pretty palette. It's really, really cute, great for bringing on travel. So overall, loving everything that I got from Vzy Art. I had a feeling that I would. So I think these are definitely worth checking out. If you're somebody who likes the same types of colors that I like, you're gonna love these. Next up, I have a lip balm from e.l.f. I just happened to spot this at Target. I picked it up on a whim. It's the e.l.f. Skin Holy Hydration Lip Mask. So I'm always in need of a lip mask. I have very dry skin and lips overall, and I've had pretty good luck with e.l.f.'s skincare. So this blew me away though. I was really, really impressed. It's $7 and it has hyaluronic acid, squalane, and castor seed oil. And it's just a leave-on lip mask, and it has this really nice scent. I can't really place what it is. It's slightly fruity. I want to say it's like an apple scent. It's not something overpowering or sticky sweet. It's almost bordering on floral, but I'm thinking it's kind of like an apple scent. To be honest with you, it doesn't taste the best, so I use this mainly at night, which I kind of always do with lip balms in pots, because when I'm out somewhere, I really don't want to be like digging into a pot if my hands are dirty, you know, so I usually just reserve them for the evening time. But with this one, actually what I do to apply it, it comes with one of those little spatulas, which I can't be bothered with because there's no place to store it. So what I usually do with this one is I'll kind of make like a kissy face with my lips and then just put the jar right on them and just apply it right from the jar like I would a lip balm from a tube, and that usually works fine for me. It's just my quick and easy method for applying stuff from jars, but this has such a silky feel to it, and it's thick, but it's not too thick. It has a little bit of a cushiony feel. You know what this reminds me of actually? The Kissu lip mask from Tatcha. It feels so similar to that one, and that one is ridiculously expensive. So if you want something like that, a much more affordable alternative, I think this one is really good. I think it hydrates better than the Laneige lip mask that I've used in the past. I wake up in the morning, my lips look really smooth and healthy, so I thought this was a really cute hidden gem. I haven't really heard anybody talking about it. I do have some more makeup items, but let's quickly jump over to skincare because I'm so excited about these. During Black Friday, or actually it was the week before because all the sales started really early, I had placed an order at iherb.com. They have a huge selection of Korean skincare on their site, and I tend to prefer to buy it from them versus YesStyle because YesStyle takes way too long. The shipping is kind of ridiculous because it has to come all the way from Korea. And I do buy stuff on Amazon occasionally, but I have to worry about Amazon because there's fakes on there. You never know what you're getting. With iHerb, I feel like they're a genuine retailer. They don't have all of these third parties, so you know what you're getting is the right thing. And I feel like their shipping and the whole experience is really good there. So I got a new sunscreen. This was a recommendation from you guys, actually. And it's the Beauty of Joseon Relief Sun Rice Plus Prebiotics. Probiotics. Wait a minute. I can't read. Probiotics. It's SPF 50 plus PA plus 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 plus. So Korean sunscreens are among the best in the world. They have a lot of filters that haven't been approved here in the United States yet, but they're used over in Korea. I believe Europe is using some of them. Here in the United States, we haven't approved new filters since I think the 90s. So we're really, really far behind. But there are just some amazing sunscreens out there that don't have that traditional sunscreen smell and the sticky feel. This is amazing. This is probably the best sunscreen I've ever tried, and I've tried so many of them. It literally just feels like you're putting on a moisturizer. There's no sunscreen scent to it whatsoever. It doesn't break me out or make me look white, like it doesn't have the white cast. It's really hydrating. It plays beautifully under makeup. It doesn't pill or make my skincare pill up. It has no scent. Did I mention that already? It has no sunscreen scent, which is such a huge selling point for me. And I just love how lightweight it is. It's not greasy. So this is just such a good formula. And I also love that it has the rice extract in it. The second ingredient after water is rice extract at 30%. And rice extract is an amazing ingredient for brightening your skin. So it's kind of like skincare SPF in one. So if you're looking for a sunscreen that does not feel like a sunscreen, definitely check this out. It is so, so good. I can't rave about it enough. I just love it. I feel like I don't even want to use any of my other sunscreens. And then another thing that I got from iHerb, which I actually got a huge box full of stuff, and I'm testing out all of the serums and things that take a little bit longer to know how I feel. But as far as like the sunscreen, I already know I love that. And this is another product that really you don't have to use it for very long to know whether you like it or not. So this is from CosRx, and this is their Comfort Ceramide Cream Mist. So if you've seen like the Laneige Cream Skin Toner, this is very similar to that, much less expensive though. I actually like this so much better for a couple reasons. One, I feel like it's more hydrating than the Laneige, and two, it has this awesome mister on it. So I'll just show you quickly what it's like. I don't know if you can even see this on camera, but it is the finest mist, and it's something that you have to shake. It's dual phase, and it has 6 ceramides in it to help strengthen your skin's barrier. So I love that because having dry skin, I feel like my barrier is always compromised and it makes my skin sensitive. So I use this after cleansing my face. I just take this and I spray on a really good layer. I kind of pat it in with my hands, and then I do a second layer, sometimes a third, before I move on to serums and then moisturizer. And it just helps to lock in the hydration so beautifully. And it's super lightweight. It plumps up your skin with hydration. And I've just found that layering skincare products helps to keep your skin moisturized all day rather than just cleansing and adding a moisturizer. If you put all of these different light layers on, it really stays well throughout the day. So this is another product that I've just been using every single day. I think it's amazing. Next, I just want to talk about perfume for a few minutes because, you know, it's a harder topic to talk about, and I don't talk about it a lot here on my channel because I think perfume is just so personal, and what I like might not be what you like, and it's kind of hard to describe them. You can't really smell through the screen. But I recently tried some perfumes from Dossier. I had tried them years back, but I noticed that they had a dupe for the Baccarat Rouge 540. And that's a perfume that I love so much. I had a sample of it that I made last for as long as I possibly could. But this perfume is hundreds of dollars, like just for the small bottle. And I'm not willing to invest that much money in it. I bought Ariana Grande's Cloud perfume because I read that that was a dupe for Baccarat 540, and it is very close. So if you've tried that, then you kind of know what this smells like. But I feel like Cloud is a little bit sweeter. It's maybe just slightly younger. This one is just ever so slightly more mature. It's still sweet, but it's one of those warm and cozy amber scents. And to me, this might be a weird description, and I know I've used this before in the past, but it smells like my boyfriend's sweater. So like I think back to when I was a teenager, my boyfriend would come over and hang out, and then sometimes he'd leave his sweatshirt behind, and it would kind of smell a little bit like cologne that he was wearing, a little bit like his own skin scent, maybe a little hint of laundry detergent. Like it just was like this warm and cozy scent when I would put the sweatshirt on. That's what this reminds me of. It's just like a warm blanket kind of a scent. I love it so much. The notes are saffron and orange blossom at the top. The middle notes are jasmine, plum, and cedarwood, and the base notes are oak moss, fir balsam, and amber. To be honest with you, I don't even smell floral in here. It doesn't smell like a flowery perfume. To me, I smell the amber and almost like a little bit of vanilla, but not a super sweet vanilla. And it is identical to Baccarat Rouge 540. Not only the scent of it, but how long this lasts. Dossier does such an amazing job at duping scents. They also allow you to return them too. If you try it for a week and you don't like it, you can actually send it back even though it's been opened, which is amazing. So I was just so impressed with this perfume. Like I said, it is so long lasting, even though this isn't a heavy scent and you would think it would fade kind of quickly. I can still smell it at night when I put this on in the morning. And I don't get that with Ariana Grande Cloud. That one lasts you know, quite a few hours, but I feel like this just has such great longevity. So I highly recommend checking out Dossier if you haven't already. They have so many dupes over on their website. They have like Tom Ford dupes and a lot of scents that aren't necessarily just like the popular ones. There are some that are on there that are a little more obscure. So definitely check them out. I don't think you'll be disappointed at all. And this is Ambery Saffron, by the way. That's the name of this one. Speaking of scents, I had to talk about these Fenty body butters again. I showed these in my haul from Sephora when I got a bunch of holiday stuff, and they come in a holiday kit. It comes with the original one in the purple jar, and then these two, which are just so heavenly. If you like more gourmand type scents, there's a vanilla one that's called Vanilla Dream, and this one, it just smells like buttercream frosting. It is so heavenly. And then the cinnamon bun one, actually it's not cinnamon bun, it's called Warm Cinnamon. I say cinnamon bun because it doesn't have like that spiciness. It doesn't smell like a cinnamon stick. It smells like a cinnamon bakery item. So they just smell so incredible. Every time I wear one of these, my son is like, did you just eat a cookie? Or like, he's like looking around to see if there are treats nearby or something. And I'm like, no, it's just my body lotion. And I wear them to bed. My husband loves them. So they honestly just make you smell good enough to eat. And the formula is amazing. Like these are so hydrating. They have a really thick, rich feel, but they're not greasy either. So it's really just the best of both worlds. Love this formula. So I think these are super worth it if you want to get the whole kit and just try out all the scents. I don't think you'll be disappointed. I know I keep saying that, but really I would give these 5 stars. And I think they actually have 5 stars on the Sephora website. So I know I'm not alone with this one. A couple more products that I've just been absolutely loving this month are the Moira Signature lipsticks. I've worn these in so many videos. I'm wearing the blushed one today, and I wore the bright orange one in another video recently. And I just love these because they feel like a lip balm, but they have the pigment of a lipstick. They're just one of the most comfortable lipsticks that I own in my collection, and they're so affordable. The formula gives your lips just like a dewy shine. It's not glossy like the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lips. It's not like that at all. It just adds a little bit of dewiness and prevents them from looking dry, and they make your lips look a little bit smoother. They're not the most long-lasting formula in the world, but I prefer to just reapply lipsticks rather than those long-wearing formulas that can make my lips just look and feel really dry. So this is one of my favorite products from Moira that I've tried in a while. I mean, I usually like most of their stuff, but this was just kind of above the rest because I just find myself using them over and over again. And for me, that's the true test, because I can try something once and like it, and I'll tell you guys on camera, this is a really nice product, but then if I don't keep reaching for it, that's when I realize that I like it, but I don't love it. This is something I absolutely love because on any day that I'm wearing lipstick, I've just been grabbing these and kind of ignoring everything else. So that's when I know that I really love it. And speaking of like the same kind of thing, when it comes to blushes, these Makeup Forever artist blushes, they're so good. And I know I talked about these in a video recently. I wore the bright pink one, which I'm wearing again today. And they are expensive. I know some of you guys mentioned in the comments, like I would never pay $32 for a blush. And yes, there are definitely amazing blushes at the drugstore. The Essence blushes are really good. The Flower Beauty ones, like they're all really nice, smooth formulas. But there's something interesting about these. They say that they have a skin fusing formula. That's really the only way that I can describe them. When you put them on, they're just flawless. Like some blushes can look kind of powdery on your cheeks. Sometimes they can streak a little bit, or they can catch on your skin and look a little bit patchy. These are just beyond seamless. They just kind of melt into your skin even though they're a powder. And they're so soft and buildable. Even a bright, bright color like this, if you just go in with a light hand, they look so beautiful, and you can build them up easily if you want to, or if you're fair like me, you don't have to worry about overdoing it with these. So yes, they're expensive, and generally I would recommend buying a drugstore blush every time because there are so many great formulas at a better price point than this. Most of the time I feel like blushes at Sephora, I'll buy it if I like a color or something, but I'm not really buying it for the formula. I don't think they're better than drugstore, but this one, I just feel like the formula is worth it. So So if you ever want to splurge on something at Sephora, I would say try one of these. I think you'll really enjoy them a lot. This next product I never hear anybody talking about. I just happened to spot them one day at Sephora and I was like, what is this and why is nobody mentioning it? So this is the Urban Decay 24/7 ink eyeliner. So I got the brown shade. I think it's called Whiskey. Yes, I couldn't read it. Small print and me just do not get along these days. But anyway, these have the coolest packaging. They have this triangle right here where you can sit your fingers, and it's so ergonomic, so comfortable to hold, and makes so much more sense than just putting your fingers around like a round tube. And I think when it comes to liquid eyeliner, stability is key. And with this, it gives your hand so much of that stability. And it also has the brush tip that I love, so it's just really easy to work with. And the formula is also incredibly pigmented. Sometimes liquid eyeliners can skip or they don't come out of the tube quite as dark as you expect them to. This one is just like, wow, like full pigment, dark brown. It's really inky. It doesn't have like that weak kind of watery pigment that some liquid eyeliners have. And not only that, it's extremely long lasting. When I first was testing this out, I drew it on my hand. Then I came home, I bought it. I came home from the store. I washed my hands. It wouldn't come off. I washed my hands like several times a day, and it was still there when it was time to go to bed at night. I actually had to like rub an oil cleanser into it just to kind of break it down finally. So it actually lasts on my eyes even when I do a wing, which a lot of liquid liners end up wearing away by the end of the day. So this is another product that I was just really wowed by. I totally bought it on a whim, but I ended up loving it. So if you've tried these, let me know how you like them, or if you were like me and you had no idea that this even existed, let me know down in the comments as well. And if you'd like to see more 5-star products that I've been loving, I'll put my last video that I did just like this right up here for you to check out next. And I want to thank you all so much for taking time out of your day to spend it here with me. I really, truly appreciate it. I hope you all have an amazing rest of your day. If you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care, guys. Bye.